We're going to go ahead and get started. So today we'll be having a sort of informal business coffee chat where we're going to be talking all about Mapbox support. So before we get into the content that we have prepared for you today, just a few housekeeping things to go over. First of all, there are captions available if you need this conversation in a different language or if you just prefer captions. We offer them in many different languages. They're at the bottom of your Zoom screen. You should see the CC logo, and you can click that to turn on the captions in the language of your choice. Also, we will have a Q&A session at the end of this talk. So please submit questions through the Zoom Q&A feature. That just helps us make sure that we're seeing them as questions to answer at that time, and we'll try to address as many of those as we can. And then also this session, your attendance here is a chance to win Mapbox swag. So we're on day 4 of build. There have been sessions every day. We still have more sessions today and a few tomorrow as well. So hopefully this isn't your first session. You can go and discover other sessions that you might want to attend throughout today and tomorrow at mapbox.com/build or in the Zoom lobby. And we hope to see you at more of the sessions. Each one you attend is just another entry to win some fabulous Mapbox swag. Now let's go ahead and get started. So today we're going to be talking all about Mapbox support. I am Leah Mikalinka. I'm a customer success manager here at Mapbox, and I'm based in Austin, Texas. I'll let my colleague Jenny introduce herself.
Hello, I'm Jenny Nam, technical support engineer at Mapbox. I'm the engineer from the Mapbox technical support team. I'm based in Germany.
Awesome. Thanks, Jenny. Let's go ahead and get started.
Yeah, let's start by looking at what Mapbox support is all about. At its core, Mapbox support provides resources and assistance to help you maximize your experience with our Mapbox platform. We offer 2 types of support. You can choose from self-serve help, which includes our documentation, tutorials, and FAQs, or you can explore paid plans for more personalized support from our experts. Whether you're troubleshooting issues or looking for advanced guidance, we are here to help you succeed. So where exactly can you find Mapbox support when you need it? We've made it easy to access help through multiple channels, and all of this can be found at mapbox.com/support. First, we have the support chat. Our AI-powered chat is available right within the support and documentation page. It can guide you through common questions and direct you relevant resources. Next is documentation. Our comprehensive documentation covers everything from APIs to tutorial and testing environments. If you're building with Mapbox, this should be your first stop for technical insights. You can also tap into our developer community through Discord, Stack Overflow, and our developer network, where you can get insights and help from others working with Mapbox. In addition to these self-serve options, we offer paid support plans as well. These plans provide more personalized support with access to our teams of experts, faster response time, and tailored guidance based on your needs. Yeah. Now let's take a look at how our AI-powered support works in action. This example in the slide shows our AI chatbot answering a common question. The chatbot is designed to help you quickly find answers by searching through our documentation and community resources. For example, if you're working on a project and you want to know how to add a new layer to your map using Mapbox.js, you can ask the AI chatbot directly and it'll pull up the relevant information, as you can see in the slide right now. The AI chatbot is here to help you when you need faster answers, saving your time from searching manually, and it's constantly improving to deliver better results.
Yeah, I love this AI assistant. So we just launched it this year. I recommend if you haven't tried it out, give it a try. It's available on your account dashboard and throughout our documentation site. And it can even check your code, answer quick questions about which API to use. It's really a great resource. But sometimes AI tools and other self-service tools can't give you the exact answer you're looking for. Maybe you'll just feel more comfortable talking to an expert and getting some one-on-one individualized guidance. When that occurs, You can always reach out through our support.mapbox.com site. When you land on this page, you'll see there's a couple of options for you. The first is the account and billing queue. If you have questions about your account or the invoice that you've received, or if you need to understand the payment methods that we could accept if you're paying monthly, all of those types of questions you can submit through this account and billing ticket, and it'll go to a team who's trained to answer all of those questions for you and get your account or billing questions settled. Sometimes you actually need help with using our products, or you need some technical guidance. Perhaps you have a question about how to use one of our APIs, or maybe you think you've encountered an issue. In that scenario, you'll want to use the technical support ticket here in the middle. Now, it's important to note that to receive a response from a technical support engineer, you will need an active Mapbox support plan, and we'll go over those options later on in this call. But if you're looking for technical advice, be sure to use that middle button. And then whether you've submitted account and billing tickets or technical support tickets, you can always come to this page and view your tickets. You'll be able to see the history of the tickets that you've submitted, as well as the status of each of those. So now we're going to dive into the support plans that we offer here at Mapbox a little bit more deeply. The first option is just an individual support plan. This is intended for one person. You can log into your Mapbox account at mapbox.com and then navigate to the support page and buy this plan for your account straight on the website. Click the subscribe button. The billing method that you have on file would be charged, and it's $50 a month. It allows you to submit tickets and receive a response within 3 business days. And this is billed monthly, and you can cancel at any time. There's no commitment to the length of time that you'll have this. So a great option for a developer who just needs some guidance during implementation or whenever you want to have assistance. And then we also offer business support. Business support is intended to cover an entire team. So if you have a team of developers that is working with your Mapbox solutions, if you have other personnel at your place of business that's working with Mapbox as well, anyone from your organization would have access to submit questions and receive support from a technical support engineer. This plan comes with a little bit better SLAs for the higher priorities, and it's $6,000 a year when your spend is less than 60K with Mapbox annually. Our premium support plan comes with everything that business support covers. It covers your whole organization, but it also includes some additional resources, like some dedicated personnel here at Mapbox to help. You'll have the same technical support engineer who's responding to your tickets, and faster SLAs for those higher priority tickets as well. We'll cover all of the benefits and kind of the comparison between these plans in a little bit more detail as well.
Yeah, now we will go over a few real-world examples for each support plan. This use case will help highlight when each plan is best suited, giving you a better idea of how they can be applied. Let's start with the individual support plan. This plan is perfect for individual developers who need occasional guidance on specific issues. For example, let's say you are working on a 3D landmarks for your map, and everything is pretty much straightforward, but you need guidance for a specific issue. You've tried self-serve options, but that's not enough for you. You need help with things like displaying 3D buildings at lower zoom levels than the default zoom levels, or adjusting the lighting for 3D landmarks. You can submit a ticket and get personalized assistance within 3 business days. It's great for straightforward, focused help when you need it. The individual support plan is simple and flexible. You get personalized help from a Mapbox support engineer when self-serve options are not enough. And the best part is it's billed month to month, so you can cancel at any time. This plan helps speed up your workflow by getting guidance to technical challenges. The next one is business support plan. This plan covers your entire team, allowing multiple developers to access support. Let's say you're making a mobile app with multiple Mapbox products, and you have several developers working on a different components. Each developer might need a guidance, whether it's implementing features across both on iOS and Android platform or updating custom data on your maps. For example, when you want to display a regular update custom data on the map, and you can use Mapbox MTS to upload data, visualize it in Mapbox Studio, and implementing it using the SDK. Your team might need guidance on different parts of this process, like how to correctly set up the data pipeline in the MTS, configure layers in Studio, or integrate the data into the app via the SDK. With this plan, all team members can get the support that they need across different stages, making it easier to keep the project moving forward. So as you can see the benefits of business support in the slide right now, the business support plan ensures that everyone on your team can submit support tickets and get faster response time. This is especially helpful when you need broader support coverage and quicker assistance to keep things on track. Finally, we have the premium support plan. This is designed for businesses where Mapbox is a core part of their operations. For example, you might be launching a mobile app using Maps and Navigation SDK, and you need help with managing technical complexities or ensuring a smooth customer experience during the launch. With Premium Support Plan, you will have a dedicated support engineer for your specific use case, and the engineer will understand your use case and can offer personalized and proactive guidance that meets your specific use case. Here are the two real-world examples of how Mapbox users have leveraged Premium Support Plan. You can see there's like screenshots in the slide and then some of the features key of the applications. The first one is trip planning apps. That app offers features like real-time traffic updates, EV charging station information, and roadside assistance. This app requires complex integration, and premium support helps developers handle these challenges effectively. The next one is custom maps for both web and mobile, with detailed location search and GPS tracking. When you have dedicated support engineer, the support engineer help you ensure smooth implementation and user experience throughout the project. Yeah, this is the benefit of a premium support plan. First, you will have assigned technical support resources, people who are really familiar with your setup. This will help you troubleshoot issues or even suggest improvements to your implementation. It's like having someone who really understands your environment, so you're not starting from scratch every time you submit a ticket. On top of that, there is 24/7 coverage. So if anything urgent comes up in your production app, you can reach out to support team anytime, day or night, and we will respond quickly to help you out there. And for those, yeah, sorry, one last thing, yeah. Well, for those bigger, for complex project, you might even have a technical program manager that will help guide you through the whole process, making sure everything is coordinated and running smoothly. Yeah, thank you, Leah. We can move on.
Thanks, Jenny. That was helpful to understand. It's really the more complex your implementation is, the more features you're using. Like that would be an indicator that the premium option is better for you, as you'll have someone who's really familiar with the setup and that critical 24/7 coverage. Thank you for that. So those three plans that Jenny covered, here's sort of a breakdown of the options and the benefits and features of each, so you can easily compare. You'll see the developer support that's listed as the first column here. Developer support is available to everyone at Mapbox. You know, if you have a Mapbox account, you go and access our community, you can access our docs, you can access all of the tutorials and videos and everything that our developer relations team is creating to help you implement with Mapbox and to use Mapbox. All of that is included with no charge, and obviously it's available to everyone regardless of whether you have a support plan or not. And then you'll see the three support plans we just talked through here: the individual support with the 3 business day SLA, business support with the improved SLAs for the higher priority tickets, and then premium, which gives you all of that, even a 30-minute emergency response time for priority zero issues. And those resources here at Mapbox to help you along the way. Your dedicated technical support engineer. So Jenny or a member of the technical support engineer team would be aligned to your account, and you'd know that every time that your ticket's submitted, you'd have the same person looking at it, understanding the conversation that's been occurring as you've been a customer, and how to go and improve the solution or unstick you in a scenario where you've encountered an issue. As well as the proactive programs. If you're actively implementing on Mapbox, or if you've got a milestone that you're trying to achieve with Mapbox, a TPM, technical program manager, can align to that project and guide you along the way. So those are our support plan options. We recommend that if you have a business necessary use case in a production environment, you've got this business support. That'll just make sure that if you encounter an issue or as you're getting started, you've got the whole team can submit tickets and receive responses in a timely manner. If you have a mission critical use case, if you're like an on-demand logistics customer of ours, and essentially every one of your customer interactions, or every time you have a transaction, you're dispatching, you're using navigation, you're using mapping, you're using a combination of products, that really lends itself to premium support, where you've got that extra layer of expertise and guidance. So I think that really concludes. Oh, one more thing from Jenny, and then we'll take some questions.
Yeah, thanks for more details about the support plans. So this will be the last slide before we move into Q&A. So I just wanted to quickly share a few tips to help you get the best result when submitting support tickets. The more detail you provide, the quicker we can pinpoint the issue and get back to you on track. Think of like this: when you give us clear details upfront, it saves time and helps us get straight to the solution. So here are a few things to keep in mind. First, please include your account information, a clear subject, and an issue description, so we know exactly what's going on with you. Then let us know which Mapbox product you're using. Then we need a little bit more detail depending on the Mapbox product you're using. For APIs like Direction API, Vector Tires API, if you provide your API poll and its response, it's really helpful for our investigation and understand what's going on with you. For SDK products like Maps SDK, Nav SDK, or Search SDK, we will need the SDK versions. We will need the SDK version, logs, and any code samples where we can reproduce your issues. If you are working with GLJS product, share code samples and let us know if you're using any third-party frameworks together with GLJS. All of these details are already built in the support form, so as long as you fill it out carefully, we will have everything we need to resolve the issue as quickly as possible.
Awesome. Yeah, and you saw the SLAs that are included with each of the support plans. Just be sure that you're submitting a good detailed ticket so that when you receive the response, the TSE has had enough time and information to really address the issue, and that there aren't questions unanswered that have to be kind of that first response. The more information you can give on your support tickets, the better. So that kind of concludes the content that we had prepared today. We've got a bit of time for questions here, and it looks like we do already have quite a few questions that were submitted. So one question from the audience: what are the most common types of technical support questions that your team gets? So Jenny, like thinking across all the tickets that you get from your customers, is there a common theme or kind of common issues that would come up through support tickets?
Yeah, that's a good question. I want to visit first, like we get many of billing related questions, so it can be around your account or billing question, not just need to for specific implementation or bug tickets. So if you have any account or billing related concern or questions, you don't need to have support plan. You can just like come to support page and you can submit an account and billing ticket. It can be like the most common question we get from like for account and billing will be if you can like limit some usage of your Mapbox product usage, or sometimes if you have like question around the invoices, then you can always submit a ticket, and then we are gonna get back to you, no matter if you have support plan or not.
Thanks, Jenny. And then let's see, we have another question. If I'm building with something that's not exactly core Mapbox, like RN Mapbox, can the support team still help me if I'm on a paid support plan? Are there limits to which tech stacks you can assist with? Jenny, do you have a perspective on that?
Well, that can be very different per the use case, but I can share that if you're building Mapbox product with other like 3D third-party framework, we can definitely help out with you like about implementing Mapbox products. Like you're facing some error coming from Mapbox when you're building with, let's say, WordPress or the other 3D third-party framework. Then yeah, please share us with the like what kind of problem you're seeing from Mapbox product. If this is like compatibility issue, we can try to address that, like working with the engineering team. But wanted to note that like if this is certain coming from like the other framework, then we might need to like somewhere if we it might be a little bit limited for Mapbox support to help you out with that product. But
Yeah.
please share us your use case, then we can have a look and then like guide you from there.
Yep, that makes sense. It sounds like the team will just situationally be able to help there. There's a few other questions here. Does the business plan need to be paid for in full upfront to receive 1 year worth of support? Or is there any monthly payment options to help split up the payments? I saw the business plan has a 1 year commitment. Is there a minimum amount of commitment time for the premium support plans? So that is a great question. The business support plan does have a 1 year commitment. And if you go and subscribe through the website, it's going to be fully billed up front. That if you hit subscribe, it's going to charge that $6,000 up front for the year in advance. If you're on a contract with Mapbox, if you've got contracted usage, a business support plan could also be included with your contract, and we can include that billing into the same billing that you're using for your other Mapbox products. So if you're a customer who uses our pay-as-you-go method and you're interested in business support, it would need to be billed up front. If you have other Mapbox contracts, I would say reach out to your account manager and see what options would be for getting that through through your seller, and they might have some other options for you. And then the question on what is the amount of time commitment for premium support plans, that would typically be a year, but premium support is always sold through one of our account managers here. And usually it aligns to the length of term for your contract. So if you're on a 1 year contract, typically it's aligned to that. If you're on a multi-year contract, typically we'd want to include support for the whole length of time within your service term. And there's no way to subscribe for premium support through the website. So if that's an option you're considering, please do reach out to your account manager. If you don't know who your account manager is, go click the contact sales button on our website, mapbox.com, and someone will reach out to you about that. There was another question. I'm currently on the individual plan and in need of more assistance with Android Auto, Apple CarPlay integrations. Which support plan would you recommend? So Jenny, it sounds like someone who has individual support, has integrations questions. Is that something that your team can help with, even if the person's on an individual plan with the 3-day SLAs?
Yeah, sure thing. It can be also depend on how many of developers in your team have. If like as we described, like the difference between individual support plan and business support plan is more like if you're individual or you have multiple members in your team, it's not about like really complexity of the use case. So if you're working with Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, we do have some of the resources available, like for example, examples, and then like some guidance available in the documentations. But if you feel like, okay, you are not like, it's not enough for your use case and you have more question, I think starting with individual plan sounds okay. You can like, if you're individual, then we can help you through tickets, like if you need like further integration on your existing under auto implementation, we can start like giving you more guidance on that. But if you like looking to have more people submitting tickets, like especially like if you have developers working for Android and the other developers are working for iOS, then you may need more like options to submit tickets from multiple email address. Then I think business support would be more suited for you.
Yeah, so I think to summarize that, I mean, there's really no limit on the level of complexity that you can submit a ticket for with the individual support plan. But obviously, if you've got a more complex implementation, it may just be easier for you to get that business support plan and have everyone on the team able to ask their own questions versus funneling through an individual support plan with a single developer who has access to the team. So really, any question can be addressed on individual, but it sounds like for the use case you have that you might want to consider business support. And that actually brings me to another question that we had submitted. What if I'm not sure about what support plan I need for my use case? Who can I talk to? If you didn't ask the question today to have me and Jenny address it, you can hit that contact sales button if you don't already have an account manager at Mapbox. Your account manager is a good place to start for really any support or product questions that you have. Your account manager is a good place to start if you have one, have a relationship with the account manager. In the event that you don't, use the contact sales form on our website. It's easy to find from really all the pages at mapbox.com, and somebody can answer your question and help match you with the support plan that's right for you. I have another question. What is the expectation for support turnaround time for the individual plan? The description cites 3 business days for first response time, but there's no indication of responsiveness beyond that. So that's a good question. Our response SLAs, our first response SLAs. Jenny, do you want to speak to just sort of the overall responsiveness beyond the first response and timing of how subsequent responses would come in?
Well, it's true that we do have an SLA for the first response time only. We do have like certain SLA for the following responses, but our support team tried to get back to you on the ticket as fast as we can. Well, while we don't have any guaranteed response time to the other following response. Well, well, that's well. I'm thinking what would be like a good question, a good answer for here.
I think it's very dependent on what the issue is, what the question is. Obviously, sometimes there are actual bugs that need correction from like our engineering team, and so in those scenarios, there may not be an actual SLA given for when our engineering team would go and do some work and release some code updates, but our technical support team will always keep you up to date on what's going on with your issue if there is a scenario that needs addressing from engineering. And I guess the short answer is we don't have official SLAs beyond first response, but the team's always actively working on the tickets once they've received it and given that initial response, and always striving to get your issue resolved as quickly as possible. And if there's a scenario where it's taking longer, they'll keep you in the loop and keep you updated as it progresses. But that's a great question, and it looks like a couple of people had that question. We actually had just more questions than we could get to today. So please feel free to join Ask Me Anywhere sessions tomorrow and other sessions throughout Mapbox Build. Thank you for being here and for being an active and engaged audience. And we hope this has been helpful. If there's any parting questions, just feel free to use contact sales, and we'll make sure somebody here at Mapbox can answer the questions that you have about support and anything else. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.